good? You know, it's your girl Eletu Mevana. And we're back with another segment, man. An informative, necessary segment. I guess I know we were outside this time. We were outside, we got invited to come sit down, come have a listen to what the guys who work behind the scenes are doing, how to better improve your brands as an artist, be it a musician, an actor, an actress. You know, they were definitely giving out some knowledge on their platforms. So we honored that invite, and we have one particular guest who's been going around in the socials. We have Nyiko today, and we're going to be talking to Nyiko about the importance of public relations, EPR. Some would, abbreviate the importance of EPR by Ndoni, EPR exactly. So, yes, let's take it to the streets.
Yeah, a young intro, because I know you from the street. I know you from the street, Brian. It was amazed to see you even here. Of which this is part of the streets, but government, and it's seemingly government man, money way. Yo, shout out to Nyiko, bro. So a young intro.
Kamalam Nyiko Bilankulu. I own a company called Lihle Media Communications, which basically we do communications, we do PR, we do events. We also just more involved in music. More specifically today, we are here to, I think, share knowledge, most importantly with the ones that are starting out or the ones that don't know, because we've realized that there's a lot of people that want to understand and also want to be part of the music industry, but a lot of young people they don't take time to learn, and some of the learning events they become boring for them because they are creatives. But we've also realized that attending these events and sharing the little information that we have can actually assist someone else that doesn't know, more especially with musicians. A lot of things right now currently are happening in the music industry. We are from a very a huge setback from COVID-19, and currently right now everyone is trying to climb back, but climbing back without an understanding is also a waste of time. So what we are here for is just to speak to them and maybe to prepare them also, and to realign the knowledge that they have and to give them an insight to do things a certain way in order to get certain results.
Like we spoke about it now, in terms of a guy is coming from outskirts Joburg areas, and then when they came here, Bazofi Batibane with the gurus of the industry, and then without one knowing any information about certain position akuyo or sphere akuso, and then he will make up stories in the head, but but if you did go some extra mile to find out ubana A no B and C kumele ebele hlobo. You spoke about representative in any space okuso as a product, and you can represent yourself as a product. So based on what you are good at, which is PR, what is PR?
So EPR is public relations, anything that has to do with the masses. So what basically PR is to interact with your customer. So we there's different sectors, from radio to TV to print to engaging face to face. So in music specifically, it's got more to do with the mediums of media. I would say radio, TV, and other different platforms. But EPR is basically to take out something and market it at a different level, and is selling. You know, I more to describe it as selling, because of you are taking a product and you want to you are marketing the product to the people directly, but using different platforms. And most of the time we think PR is just about either being on radio or being on the newspaper or being on TV, and it's got different platforms, you know. And with our musicians that are starting out now, it's important for them to understand what it is, so that when you do come to Jozi or Gauteng, and fortunately, I don't know if this is a bad word, but a lot of people that are so talented in Gauteng, Amakotuga, you know, either from KZN, either from Eastern Cape, either from, you know, Limpopo, in different provinces. But it's so important for those people to also understand, and, you know, the things you get yourself involved in before being exposed to the space. You know, meeting certain people. There's a lot of people also in the space that always take advantage of other people, and I guess that's why there's a red flag. And, you know, sometimes you find out, you would see some of the people, you know, come in, and then you meet the wrong guy, and then you then automatically think, this is all the Jozi people, or this is, you know, all the people that do PR. And I've met a lot of people that have either been scammed or people that have been robbed, especially in the PR space, because of I'm more to be approached by more musicians and people that want to sell their products. And when you hear their stories, it's about, no, I've spent so much, and this I didn't get returned in value, you know. So also it's important to understand, you know, what PR is, because if you're gonna come to me with a song and you're saying I must do PR for you, for the song, it does not mean the song is gonna blow tomorrow. You know. And that's also part of the other things that a lot of musicians specifically need to understand, that PR is basically I'm trusting your product to go sell it to South Africans. I'm not giving you a guarantee whether they're gonna love it or not. And if they do love it, it's great, and if they don't, that means we either need to find another song or another angle. But PR is basically, it's a practice that happens every day. So you yourself, you are your own PR agent, because of you are your own ambassador of your music. You need to be able to know how to sell yourself to the people. That's where it starts. If I'm gonna come in and then you're gonna give me a song that maybe, you know, you don't also believe in, it's gonna be difficult for me to promote or to market a brand that you also you know, you don't believe much into it. But public relations is basically having interactions with the people that you want them to buy, with the people that need to buy your product, which is consumers.
Is it possible that in terms of, someone said, Mbuso, because we had a conversation with him, what if blowing up doesn't exist in these days, because we have all the world as Z in terms of selling the product. Sometimes it's not about selling the product, it's about infiltrating what you love on people till people grow with you. So speaking on that case, in terms of numbers, do you dwell that much in numbers, or so that Eastern Cape people can understand when there's possibilities?
I think the world has changed and technology is growing. You know, I remember back in the day we used to go to internet cafes, but now we've got internet only, you know. And we as creatives also need to take advantage of that. But that doesn't mean the traditional way of things is still, you know, not working. And the numbers are great, but also the numbers, you know, at this stage, I don't know whether it's all over the world or at certain places, but it's things that you do trust at a certain capacity, but talent is the one that would give you a big opportunity. Why? Because of whether or not you have numbers or not, but if you don't have talent, then it's kind of, it doesn't work. And I understand a lot of people, you know, these days they look at the numbers first. They look at if whether you are verified on social media and that. And it does affect the industry, because of wrong people are getting opportunities based on the numbers, you know, without having the talent. Just because of maybe you have 1 million followers doesn't mean you've got the best song, doesn't mean you've got, you know, the best platforms. But if you still have your talent, and I think a lot of people that have come from different provinces have proven it, to say you need to be different. If you look at the late of people like the late Zahara, when Zahara came, Zahara was just a girl with a guitar, and she just sang, and she was not competing with anyone. And when you look at it now, then everyone else would want to do what she does. But if you stand on your own and you become yourself and sell that, don't go with trends. Especially now, we've got the biggest genre that is taking over globally, which is Mapiano. And the other challenge that I'm seeing personally is that with that becoming a success, every other creative artist thinks they're gonna go into studio and then do Mapiano, but it doesn't really, help if you are not that person. But if you come and if you are a Mpakanga artist, you are an Afropop, there's still people that want to listen to Afropop. So therefore, therefore, you having certain numbers on social media, or you having certain, ways that you do things, yes, it does give you an advantage, but that doesn't mean if you have 100, maybe if you on Twitter you have 100 people that are following you, that doesn't mean you won't make it in the industry. It just means you need to be different and set yourself aside, and show us why we should follow you, or we should follow your music. And it takes a month, it takes 2 years, it takes 5 years, it takes 10 years for some of the other people. So being patient is very, very important, and maybe sticking to what and don't do things because of the hype, or do things because of trends. Do things because of what it means to you, and because of who you are.
Hey, shout out Krotman. Thank you, bro. Such a small time, but you gave us so much, bro. Thank you, bro.